There was a time when Lorraine Lanier walked through this world carrying storms inside her chest, storms that whispered she was not enough. Never enough. Anxiety lived in her bones like an unwelcome guest, and fear painted shadows across her brightest days. But somewhere between the sleepless nights and the tearful mornings, something extraordinary began to stir within her. A quiet rebellion, a gentle awakening. She decided, with trembling hands and a courageous heart, that she would no longer be a prisoner of her own mind. And so began her sacred journey home to herself. Watch her now as she learns to stand in the center of her own life. Where once she apologized for taking up space, she now breathes deeply and claims her place in this universe. Confidence did not arrive like thunder. It grew like wildflowers through concrete, persistent, beautiful, undeniable. Lorraine began to speak kindly to herself, to trace the lines of her face and find not flaws, but stories. Her skin holds the warmth of 1,000 sunrises. Her eyes carry depths that could hold oceans. She discovered that beauty was never about perfection, it was about presence, about the way her laughter fills a room, the way her gentleness moves through the world like poetry, and Laveau, how she finally learned to love herself. Not conditionally, not temporarily, but with the kind of devotion she had always given to others. She planted that love deep in the soil of her soul, watered it daily with forgiveness and grace, and watched it bloom into something unshakable. The spark she carries now is unmistakable, a light behind her eyes, a warmth in her voice, a magnetism that draws others near. People feel safe in her presence because she has become safe within herself. She radiates the kind of peace that only comes from walking through fire and choosing to rise, not as a survivor, but as someone reborn. Lorraine Lanier is brave now, not fearless, but brave. She feels deeply, loves sincerely, and moves through life with an emotional strength that was forged in her most difficult seasons. She has discovered the simple, sacred art of living, finding joy in morning coffee, in honest conversations, in the rhythm of her own heartbeat. Happiness, she learned, was never waiting for her at some distant destination. It was here all along, tucked between the ordinary moments, ready to be noticed, ready to be claimed. This is Lorraine, glowing, grounded, whole. A woman who once questioned whether she deserved to be loved and answered that question with her entire life. She is proof that healing is not a straight line, but a spiral staircase leading ever upward. She is proof that you can rewrite your story. She is proof that the love you seek has always lived inside you, waiting patiently for you to come home. She became her own light, and that made all the difference.